Hello, good day viewers. I am Okocha P. Marcel and this is my channel. In this channel, we share news content and talk realities out of issues. Welcome to the news for the moment.
Made him repugnant in the Muslim North and in Muslim South. Now, coming over to your other issue, with the Obidients, what the Obidients have done, if you want to be candid, if you have candor, you really have to respect what they've done. Because in less than a year, if you recall, it wasn't up to a year. I believe that he joined Labour Party May last year, and we had the election in February. So this is a period of about 8 months, and in that period of time, this man has been able to galvanize a movement that was able to give him over 6 million votes. Anybody saying that these people are, that they are idiots, obedience, you're not being very, very wise. If they had joined with the People's Democratic Party, if Peter Obi had not left our party, we would have won the election even with rigging hands down. So these people, they've actually been able to do something that is very, very commendable. In fact, I foresee that in future, in places like Harvard University, in places like Yale, in places like Oxford, people will study what Peter Obi did, because what Peter Obi did, he almost replicated what Emmanuel Macron did with his party. Emmanuel Macron built a new party, which is unheard of in France, and was able to emerge victorious. The reason why Peter Obi was probably not able to do that in Nigeria is because in Emmanuel Macron's case, he actually appealed to French nationalism. In Peter Obi's case, he made the mistake of appealing to religious sentiment. If he had not done that, if probably he had maybe appealed to other things that maybe unite us, probably he would have even won the election. But I can tell you, it is not possible that Peter Obi could have won that election. Only 2 people could have won that election, and I believe that if the votes in those 14,000 polling units where manual accreditation were cancelled, I believe that the PDP stands a very good chance of winning the election.
Nigeria is a country that a lot of people do work with propaganda and emotion, especially before the election. You could listen to Reno Omokri, what he's saying after the election. But before the election, this is the same man who raised all kinds of hell against the Obidients and Peter Obi. He said all sorts of things. Could you imagine him coming out to call the Peter Obi and the Obidient movement genius? So this is to tell you that in Nigeria, you hardly see people who talk true to the reality of things. People will know the truth. They will know this is how things are supposed to be, but they will never see it. Why? Because they have their own personal interests, and they will put their own personal interest above the national interest. That is the problem we are having in Nigeria. People shouldn't put their own personal interest above the national interest. So I know that a lot of people are saying that Peter Obi wouldn't have won. He don't have that acceptance from the North. And later they will say that Peter Obi used religion to campaign. What do you mean? He don't have acceptance in the North. What did you call that? Is it not religious bigotry? Why do you think that maybe Peter Obi don't have major acceptance in the North, if that statement is even true? I don't think it's true, because he have a lot of votes in the North, but those votes were manipulated. But if you said that Muslim North did not vote for him, what did you call that one? It's the same religious bigotry, because he campaigned in the North. His vice president is from the North, and the North, I believe, voted for him. So this video is just to show you how people change like chameleon.